Pete teams up with tradie and tiny homes builder Aimee to check out the latest in compact living. Juliet's helping her family create a space that works for everyone. From dust bowl to food bowl, this family's transformed a farm into an ecosystem.
If you reckon I'm about to take you on a tour of another amazing home, well, you'd be right. But instead of looking at big space, today, Aimee, we're focusing on homes with some big ideas.
Tiny houses have really taken off in Australia, and with all these amazing options, I can see why.
Well, we might be looking at tiny homes, but this one comes with one great big deck. And why not? Outdoor entertaining. Now, important point, if you're putting a tiny home on a site, make sure you face it north so you can take full advantage of the sun.
Now, this tiny house obviously looks a little bit different to the rest. It's because it's made with bushfires in mind. Fire-resistant materials and shutters on the windows. The best thing about tiny houses is you can custom build them to be completely off-grid, so you can put them in the most beautiful places around Australia. We're talking solar and inverter systems, gas, composting toilets. The world is your oyster.
Well, this one is that new, as they say. It's just fallen off the back of a truck. But within those maximum dimensions you can tow on the road, you can design pretty much whatever you like.
You can, Pete. The gable roof, the louver window, you could even have a breakfast bar out there, and then also the staircase with the little touches like the LED lights. Perfect.
Yeah, and it uses domestic materials on the cladding. It's Western red cedar and Colorbond steel. So it's got that real homely feel.
I'm moving in.
You love this one,
I
don't
love
you?
it. Oh, look at the cute little fan. Making yourself at home, are you?
You've got to test these things out, I reckon. Aimee, there's so much to see. But I wanted to stop here because this builder's been around for a while. And as you can see, building tiny homes is a big business.
It sure is, Pete. This builder has 9 different tiny homes here, ranging from the smallest for $79,000 to the big dog, which I want to go see now.
Let's go. I reckon he's got your name written all over it, huh?
I'm excited. Wow. I think this is bigger than my house.
Oh, really? It's got a sense of mild grandeur with a 2-storey entry. It's 3 bedrooms, but this one maxes out what you can get on the road. It's 3 metres wide by 4.6 high.
Definitely need an oversized sticker on the back. Let's check out the bedrooms.
There's a little master bedroom here and a wraparound window which really breaks up that box-like feel with pretty much everything you need in a compact package. What's going on upstairs, eh?
Up here we have 2 bedrooms, decent sizes as well. And a staircase with added storage. How good is that?
OK, let's bring it in tight. How small can you make it? This is a teeny-weeny tiny house, basically a caravan on wheels.
It actually is, Pete. It's 4.5 by 2.5, so very small. I could even tow it with my car.
Oh, you'd be a good driver, I'm sure. Hey, I think this is the Mighty Mouse of the tiny house movement. It's tiny.
It is tiny, but this is what you're looking for if you want to rent it out, short-term accommodation. And $72,000, you would make that back in a year.
Yeah, and you can hook it up. It's got the services ready to hook into the water and the electricity, but it could be off-grid.
It could be. You could put it in a beautiful place, all these windows. Oh, I can imagine it now.
As well as traditional tiny homes, there are also portable saunas, floating tiny homes, geodesic domes, and shipping containers. And even this little gypsy number, I reckon I could even back that one in. That is the bomb.
Talking about stepping it up.
Well, you're not wrong. This is the most expensive on the lot at around 270 grand. But we've got kitchens, sitting rooms, even skylights.
It's actually 2 tiny houses joint together. So it's joint right here, bolts in the bottom, flashings on the top, watertight, we're laughing.
And I tell you what, some pretty impressive finishes as well. I think it's an important point to make, Aimee, that most of the homes we've looked at today are classified as single tiny home units. They're like caravans on the site. But when you start joining units together, certainly in suburban areas, you may need to get council approval.
Yeah, and your builder is always happy to help you through that process, or even giving your local council a buzz. They'll sort you out.
Well, Aimee, we've only looked at a very small sample, but this tiny homes tour has been terrific.
It has been, and you can see with the rising cost of living why tiny houses are becoming so popular.
And it's easy to see why the world of tiny homes is only going to get bigger.
Do you guys play Scrabble a lot?
Yep. Yeah.
What does that spell?
Lounge Room Rescue. That sounds cool.
Yes, it is going to be cool. You have a gorgeous lounge room now, but it's going to be even better when we're finished. I've got lots of ideas. So, Sarah, it's actually a pretty decent-sized room, but tell me what's not working for you in here.
Well, that's actually one of the things that isn't working. It's almost too big, so it doesn't feel cosy.
Yeah, it's sort of lacking some warmth, I feel like, right now.
Yes.
And I'm seeing lots of white walls.
Yes, yes. And there's not a lot of place to put all the books that we have or the games that we play.
Right. I'm going to leave the boys to clear the place out while I head off to do some shopping. There are plenty of great options for wallpaper that you can pick up straight off the shelf at Bunnings. But if you're looking for something a little more specific, just head to the special orders desk.
Your order's arrived. Did you want to have a look at it?
I'd love to.
Oh, there you go.
Ah, perfect. Gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Enjoy your day.
While I'm at it, just a couple of other things to grab. We all have at least one room or space in our homes that we want to renovate, but we're worried about the costs involved with that. You'd be surprised, though, what you can achieve with some clever design additions. They can really warm things up, give you great impact, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. And in design, it's very important to define your area and create zones. So over here, I've roped Adam in. He's going to help me create a faux chimney over an electric fireplace. Then either side of that, we're doing dark panelling and some wallpaper over the top. It's going to be stunning. On this wall, we're creating another zone. It was really obvious that the homeowners love books and need some storage. So I'm doing a wall-to-wall library. But first, I need to start the painting.
It's all happening around here. It's time for me to get cracking on this fireplace. Oh, wow, I'm loving the colours Juliet's picked. It's already starting to feel cosy in here. How are you, Scotty?
Hey, g'day, Adam. How are you?
Very good. All right, so the idea is we're putting a fireplace on this wall, as you know. I've just done up a sketch so you can see what we're doing here. And basically, we're going to have this fireplace and we're using these frames that we've made to build it out off the wall. And then on each side, we're just going to have some beautiful wainscoting just to give it that extra detail. Two side walls connected, we're now ready to add the front frame to this fireplace. And you'll notice that this fireplace is actually off-centre. And remember, that's because Juliet wants two zones in this room because it is so large. So this will give her plenty of room to create the lounge area here. And then on the other wall, she's still got heaps left for that library wall. Who needs a ladder? Ready to start cladding this fireplace, and for that we're just using some 12mm MDF. To hold it in place, we're going to be gluing and using the fixing gun. Final piece. Oh, how good does that look? We are ready for some colour.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Best part is you can just pick this up straight off the shelf from Bunnings, but I think you would agree this is definitely a statement piece in any room. But Juliet's asked me to go one better and create some decorative wall panelling or wainscoting each side of the fireplace. So I'm using some 12mm MDF and I've just undercoated that. And now I'm going to cut these timber slats to size to create the pattern. And for the height of our wall panelling, we've gone with 1200 high, which is the full width of a sheet. And for the layout, well, basically we've got a bigger bit down the bottom, which is like a skirting board. Then we're going to have our uprights that will be spaced out evenly, and then finishing it off with a smaller top rail. Now I just need to take it in. And now we're ready to piece this all together. And to hold it all in place, we're just going to be gluing and using the pin gun. Won't you come out for me? Yeah. Won't you come out for me? And a thin trim along the length of our panelled wall will just tidy everything up. For such a simple pattern, you can see how much of a great feature it makes to this room. And the materials are very cost effective. Now for the colour, we're going with the black. It might sound dramatic, but we do want to make this room nice and warm and cosy. Juliet has a plan and the end result's going to look fantastic.
Oh, wow, ads. From a blank wall to this, so striking and beautiful. It really lures you into the room. Very clever indeed.
Well, Jet, that is my job done, so good luck with the rest of it. See ya.
Wait, what? You're leaving? You may not have attempted hanging wallpaper yourself before because it can seem pretty intimidating, but it's actually a very DIY-friendly job. There's nothing worse than wallpaper that isn't straight. So before I put the first panel on, I'm just going to mark up the wall from the edge with a 3cm trim line. And then I'm going to use the spirit level to mark up, and then all of the other panels after that will all be in alignment. Next, with a brush and a roller, you want to apply a generous layer of wallpaper glue to the full length of the first panel. Then you want to take this just to smooth out any air bubbles. And don't worry about the picture rail, I'm going to cut that out later. I am absolutely wrapped with how the fireplace, the panelling and the wallpaper have all come together. The family needs somewhere to put all their games and books, so that wall there is going to make the ideal library wall. In fact, this wall library is a project all in itself. So in a few weeks' time, I'm going to give you even more details on how to bring this design to life. Now that all the built-in features are in, we can get to dressing things up. And to tie the room together, nothing anchors a space better than a cosy floor rug. And here is where you need to go big, because adding in a large floor rug or even two beside each other can make the room seem much larger whilst also make it seem more intimate. Thanks, Callum. Sofas are another great way to add instant impact with colour. And if you're buying one for a family lounge room, it's best to choose one with removable, washable covers, just like this. You might be wondering what this is. Well, it's a daybed that I designed and Adam kindly built for me. They've got some pretty special design features, which I'm going to talk you through later as well. When you have a room with lots of vertical lines and straight edges, it's nice to introduce some rounded shapes to soften the look. And I'm using a black coffee table in here to tie in with the dark tones in the rest of the room. Finally, it's time to style my beautiful library wall, and no surprises here. books are going in first. Plus a few decorative objects, of course. Almost there, just a couple of bigger plants like this strappy palm, which ties in perfectly with the wallpaper, and some low-level lighting, which gives the room an intimacy and warmth. It's also really practical to read by. It's like a magic wand has been waved over this room. It is so warm and welcoming now. And do you remember what it looked like before? It was cold and uninviting. Now it has a sense of purpose. It's a much better use of the space because we have these two distinct zones. And if you break down all the projects, they're all very achievable. A key trick here is that I've drawn all of my colours from this style statement, which is the wallpaper. For you, that might be an artwork at home or a cushion. The same principle applies. And I've used colour blocking, so I've got this block of horizontal black around the base of the room, but then to balance that out and to create harmony, I've got these vertical blocks of colour in the library wall and over the fireplace. The couches are also colour blocked, which draws that beautiful oatmeal colour right across the room to the artwork. And with all these beautiful layers and textures, you end up with a room that is vibrant and lively and fresh in summer and warm and cosy in winter. Come on in, guys, have a look. Oh my goodness. A little bit different.
I can't believe it feels like a room.
Yeah, well, it's very different to what it was before. What's the first thing that has taken your eye?
Definitely the wallpaper. It's beautiful and I love the flowering gums. They're my favourite.
Yeah.
And the couches and everything feels warm and inviting.
And everything has like flowers on it.
And what about you, Bowie? What's your favourite thing?
I love this nap bed.
Well, see that backrest that you have your hands on? You can move that all around to different positions on the chair. So then you can face different ways. You can make it a day bed and lay out on it. You could face the library wall if you wanted to read. And you can even separate them so you guys could have one each.
Definitely be changing that later.
I'm sure you will.
No reaction. I think you're only learning how to lose.
Is this what you expected when we started out?
Not at all. I didn't know this was possible. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm thrilled you like it. And can you see the family and the extended family using this room now?
Yes. I think this is exactly where all the games will go.
Trying to count the
One of the best things about gardening is enjoying the fruits of your labour, or in the case of Brookfarm, the nuts of your labour. This little slice of paradise is a family farm just outside of Byron Bay. And 30 years on, the business has grown to a state the family could never imagine. Yet they've stayed true to their principles of sustainability and looking after the land that provides for them. Martin.
Charlie.
This place is absolutely fantastic up in here in the macadamias.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
So how did you get into planting these beautiful macadamias?
Do you know what? We came from Melbourne.
Right.
And we knew nothing about farming. Absolutely nothing.
Brilliant.
But we were looking for a bit of a sea change.
Right.
So we bought the farm, and it was a really, really sad, rundown dairy farm.
So how did you end up having such a beautiful macadamia farm?
What prompted us was getting a notice from the council, a weeds notice.
Right.
Saying if you don't clear up the weeds in this on this property, we're going to prosecute you.
Wow.
So we cleared it, planted 4,500 macadamias.
Wow. It's an amazing feeling under these macadamias because it is a farm. You know, you're producing something. But look at these stag horns and elk horns on the trees, all these amazing plants.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stunning.
Well, it is a rainforest tree, of course, the macadamia. So when you have all this wonderful stuff growing on the trees, this is what happens in the rainforest.
Yeah.
So you know, it's that.
We have a look at the rest of the farm.
Yeah.
So, Rookie, this part of the farm looks very different from the last part you showed me. Have you just sort of forgotten to mow here? Or?
It does look a bit of a mess, I'll give you that. But what we're endeavouring here is to create an insectary.
OK.
And within that insectary are good bugs that actually go after the nasty ones.
So what sort of insects are we looking at bringing in here?
Well, this is Kirsten, who's actually helping us.
You're the bug lady, I've been told.
Yeah, that's my nickname, yeah.
Okay.
So what I do as the bug lady is I like to create bug wars.
Right.
So it's the good old, like the Colosseum, and the bad guys are the plant eaters or the vegetarians.
Yep.
And the good guys are the meat eaters. So the macadamia flowers are there, lace bugs love it. They come in and they start breeding up really quickly. We actually want to get there with the predators in really big numbers and stay on top of them that way instead of needing to come in and spray.
And what can the home gardener do to replicate something like this?
Well, I think, honestly, let some of the weeds grow. So, like right here, we've got cobbler's pegs, which are considered a very nasty weed for farmers, but they're actually a really fantastic host for some of the predatory insects.
Okay.
So really let biodiversity build up. Don't be afraid of having some pests in your home garden because that will actually encourage the natural predators to come in as well.
One of Martin's proudest achievements is the rainforest his family is regenerating, restoring the balance to let nature do what it does best. Hey, Will, how you going?
Hi, how are things?
This rainforest is absolutely spectacular.
It's pretty stunning. It's quite a unique and special place that we've got here.
Do you guys remember planting this out?
The main thing that I remember is the weeding.
Right.
Wow. It was just covered with lantana, with privet, and it's something that still gives me chills now. Just to imagine, well, not imagine, to remember what it was like, and then looking at the place that's created now.
This rainforest is home now to so many birds, so many animals.
And do the birds help with the macadamias?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, walking around any macadamia farm, you can see damage by one of the biggest pests that we have is rats.
Right.
And they can chew through a macadamia in seconds flat. And owls love rats, and the rainforest is the perfect place to be breeding up owls, to be breeding up snakes, to be naturally looking after those nasties.
Do you harvest any of the fruits from the rainforest?
Yeah, there's one specific tree, which is the Davidson plum, that we use in a couple of our products, and we might actually show you what we've got.
Yeah. Have a look.
Yeah.
There's a look on your face that just makes me slightly suspicious.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. All right, Charlie, I've got a native Davidson plum. This is very native to our specific area as well.
Always wanted to try one of these.
They're delicious. They've got a little bit of punch. They're a touch sour.
Yeah.
Beautiful in jams. We actually put them in a big vat of gin and make our slow gin.
Well, I like the sound of gin. I can have a taste of that.
Yeah, do you want? Should we go over there?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll finish this on the way.
Yeah, I'm sure. Charlie, this is Mum, Pam.
Hey, lovely to meet you, Charlie.
I hear you create all the mueslis and stuff.
Yeah, the mueslis, the granolas. These are my test dummies that I try them out on.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
We had so much muesli.
Yeah.
The most regular family in Byron.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And that's the beginning of the day. What's happening at the end of the day?
Oh, the end of the day's perfect, eh?
What have we got here?
So this is our Davidson plum slow gin, Rookie's Byron slow gin, and it's made from the Davidson plum that's native to the rainforest.
Yes.
And we sit those plums in gin for at least 12 months.
Oh, it smells delicious. I was supposed to leave you guys, but I think I'm going to hang around and polish this
you'll
off,
have
if
to
that's
stick
all right. Yeah, is that OK?
Welcome to.
Well, thanks for having me. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
And today I'm on the hunt for an old timber ladder for a cute rustic DIY garden project. Oh, that is perfect. Can you see the old paint spatters on it? That's exactly what I'm looking for. And these are going to work a treat too.
Secured my place, I'm here to stay. Climbing like it's nothing.
So what are we creating? Well, all of these recycled finds are just the beginning of a hanging herb garden, which is perfect for a small space or courtyard like this. Because as you know, through the winter months, there's lots of sniffles and bugs lurking around. So what a nice idea to have super herbs at your fingertips. Remember, they don't just flavour up our cooking, they're fantastic for our well-being too. I'm going to use these little baskets to form our herb planters, which I'm going to hang from the ladder so it'll bring a lot of character to the space. Now, the beauty of this is that almost anything can make a container, provided it's got good drainage. So I'm going to start by packing the basket with a little bit of coconut fibre, which is great for lining pots and hanging baskets. And then we'll fill them with really good quality potting mix. All right, now let's get stuck into some planting. You know, it's no wonder that these beauties have been used as herbal remedies for thousands of years. And perhaps the most well-known herb in this category would have to be peppermint. So peppermint is famous for its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. It's also got cooling menthol qualities, so it might help you out if you've got a stuffy nose from a cold. And of course, many people use it for nausea and upset tummies. And from a gardening perspective, mints can tend to take over a little bit if they're given the chance. So they're perfect for a pot like this. Sage is another one that's known for its healing properties. In fact, as far back as the Middle Ages, it was actually thought to prevent the plague. But of course, these days, it's much more commonly used to help to soothe a sore throat. It's even thought to help to improve memory function. Thyme is another aromatic beauty that's known for its antiseptic qualities. So it's another great one to have in the herbal medicine cabinet. And what about planting some of the herbs that you might not have thought of, like pennywort or gotcha cola, which is actually widely used in Indian and Chinese herbal medicine. Now, it's actually got wonderful anti-inflammatory properties, so much so that it's been dubbed the arthritis herb. And if you're after something sweeter, why not include some stevia? It's a natural sugar substitute, it's got no calories, and it even says that it's safe for diabetics.
If it ain't broke, then don't fix it. Just roll in the moment if it feels good. Baby, no joke, no, I ain't tripping. We got that love like a fairy tale storybook. We got that thing, goes good together. Yeah, we got that thing that just feels better. Oh, we got that thing, I knew it when I met her.
Then it's just a matter of tying the baskets to the ladder. So I've just used a bit of old rope for a bit of extra rustic charm. So once you've done your planting, just make sure you water those plants in well, and then position them in a sunny spot. I like to put them close to the kitchen for easy picking. And make sure you pick them nice and regularly, because when you pick lots, that tip pruning promotes lots of bushy, compact growth. And don't think that I've forgotten about those other super defenders. Things, of course, like garlic and ginger, which you can either grow in pots if you don't have space in the garden, and you can grow them from rhizomes and bulbs or get more advanced plants. And of course, at this time of year, you can also include things like kale, which is a superfood rich in antioxidants, or Iron Man spinach. Of course, a herb garden like this isn't a cure-all, but I never think it hurts to get a little bit of help from nature. Even if it's as simple as getting some freshly picked peppermint leaves, putting them in a pot like this, and pouring a nice cup of herbal tea to help soothe the nerves. See, I'm feeling relaxed already.